for your family's comfort. Brought to you by Rude and Modern Heating and Plumbing.
Hi, welcome to For Your Family's Comfort, brought to you by Modern Heating and Plumbing and Rude Heating and Air Conditioning. Well, today we're going to talk about it takes more than just heating and cooling equipment to keep you comfortable in your home. The heating and cooling equipment is extremely important, but there's a lot more with the installation, right?
That's right. No matter what kind of equipment you have, how efficient it is, what kind of fuel you use, we still have to put the air, on a forced air system, we have to put the air where it needs to be in the right amounts, in the right place of your home for you to be comfortable.
Thus, proper installation.
That's right. And today we're going to talk about some ductwork. First of all, it's important that the duct be sized correctly. Now, if you go down in your basement or look around your furnace, you'll see some rectangular duct and some round duct, and most homes have a combination of that. And it has to be not only installed properly, but it has to be the right size, because you need to have the right amount of air, like we mentioned before, going to the right rooms.
And that does determine airflow.
That determines airflow, that's right, for heating and air conditioning. Now, you might see that you see a home that has some flexible ductwork like this, and this is the runs that go from the trunk line, from the main trunk line, the rectangular part, to the registers that come out of your floor or your ceiling. And sometimes you have this flexible ductwork that might have some sags in it. It might not be pulled tight like this. If you use this, it needs to be pulled really tight. But if you look in at the end of the duct, you can see that there's a lot of ridges and there's a lot of resistance to the airflow, as opposed to the piece of pipe that Kathy has that is it's rigid and it's very smooth and very, very little resistance to airflow. So with that in mind, if you have a duct that's installed like this, the best thing to do would be to replace it with a hard pipe, the smooth pipe. It can give you better airflow, or at the very least, make sure it's stretched out all the way so that it can be as taut as possible and as smooth as it can be. But again, even though it's smooth, it still has a lot more resistance to airflow than the smooth pipe.
I would assume there are some instances, though, where the only way to get from here to there is with this type of pipe.
Right. And oftentimes you have most of your pipe smooth and hard like this, so you have the good airflow, but just a short piece of the flexible stuff that can maybe take some vibration noise out of the system. So there might be a little bit of that too.
Well, and then depending on the size of your furnace and the size of your home, isn't there a certain amount of ductwork that needs to be run to different areas of the home so that you don't have cold corners? And
absolutely. You might have two rooms that are the exact same size, but maybe one room is in the corner of your house, so it has two exposed walls, and one room is in more towards the middle, so it only has one exposed wall.
Okay.
And the amount of windows that are in, the square footage of glass that's in that room could make a difference too. So just because the size of the room is the same, one room might require two runs, one might require one run.
Okay. All right, so for your family's comfort and proper installation of your new heating or cooling system, please give us a call at 847-7459.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next week.